from the bye week. How do you strike that balance between, taking a little time away, getting some R&R, but also staying locked in with the magnitude of game that you have ahead of you?
No, it's a bye week, but you're still putting in work throughout the week. Still just trying to get ready for each game that's coming up, and we know we got a big one coming up. So we was just locked in throughout the whole bye week.
How do you try to take advantage a little bit of that additional time that you have going up against a Denver team that is on a roll right now?
Try to get as much film as possible. Try to understand those guys as much as possible. So when the game does come, it is a little easier to go out there and play against them. So just trying to stack up on the film and just understand their defense.
So much on the line on Sunday. As a competitor, as a player, how motivated are you to try to get a win here on Sunday in this atmosphere against the Broncos?
Always motivated to get a W, especially against a good team. They have a great defense, we know that. But it's our game we got to play. Go out there and execute each and every play and just play our game.
And what are the specific things that stuck out about their defense when you watch them on film?
They have a great pass rush. We understand that. They bring some decent pressure. And they got some great DBs on the outside as well. So we just got to execute our game plan, like I said, and just go out there and play football.
Does the guys that they have on the edge of that, the perimeter at DB at corner, does that kind of lessen the margin for error for you?
I wouldn't necessarily say that, but it does make you, think about playing the game a little smarter. Can't be careless because, like I said, great players over there, but that doesn't really determine whether or not, we're going to change the way we play. Just manage the game and just play good.
You started 13 games in college. You've now started 13 in the NFL. How different do you feel? What changes have you seen yourself?
I wouldn't say I feel any different. I enjoy playing football. I'm grateful to play football, and it's always been, a thing that I really enjoy. I feel like these past few weeks with my teammates has definitely helped me grow as a player and as a person. So I'm just still trying to seek that guidance and just keep trying to keep growing.
What areas do you think you've grown in, I guess, from college to the pro?
For one, try not to be Superman all the time. I've always been able to, create big plays, and that's kind of been a thing of mine that I always wanted to do as a player. And, understanding as a quarterback, sometimes you need those Superman plays. Sometimes you just got to be, just a regular guy and go out there and just make it work for your teammates.
Anthony, when you say you
biggest game of your career?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's the biggest one of my career. I feel like every game is a big game. The last one we just played was a big game. So every game I approach is a big game to me. So I'm just trying to get a W.
Anthony, when you say you stayed locked in during the bye week, what's that look like for you? How did you spend that week?
The guys told me to take some time off, but it was the next day I hit Coach Shane up. I was like, man, I know it's a bye week, but what you got on Denver? I was trying to get as much information as I could, ahead of the week. So when they did come back, for us to come back here, it was a little easier for me to get back into the routine.
So did you stay in town here? Were you at home doing stuff, or what?
I did go home, but Shane was definitely sending me videos, sending me some clips that I had to tap into and to watch. But I was definitely tuned in, watching their games as well. So just trying to get prepared.
What's the level of urgency? Do you take this game go into this game as a playoff type of mentality game when you get ready for the Broncos this week, knowing what is on the line?
I think, since our record wasn't the best a few weeks ago, I think every game was a playoff game, thinking about it that way, because we don't want to lose anymore. We want to continue to win out. So that's our plan. We're not necessarily thinking about the playoffs. We know that's at stake, but that's not really on our mind. We're just trying to take it one game at a time.
You're talking about, not being Superman, just kind of being a regular guy. Just what has been the impact to maybe hit some of those shorter throws, the intermediate stuff over the last couple of weeks?
Man, it keeps us on the field. It allows us to move the ball and go get down the field and put up some points, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. So I've definitely been appreciative of that. My guys helping me out, and also Coach Shane, giving me some easier things to go out there and just manage it and just play football.
There are guys in this locker room in particular on your offensive line who have played in that environment in Denver before. It's something I talked with Quentin Nelson about this week, preparing for the noise. What do you guys do over the course of this week to prepare for what can be a very hostile atmosphere?
We do some things at practice, to get the environment settled a little bit, but nothing's like actually being there. So we won't be able to get it, completely like that, but we try to do things like that just to get our ears ready. We know the altitude is also something we got to think about, so just keeping our bodies prepared for that as well.
How much do you enjoy going on the road? I mean, the last couple times out, it's been pretty impressive.
I always enjoy it. You get to go in somebody else's home and play some good football against a good team. It gives you the opportunity just to go out there and play free because everybody's against you. So just go out there and just work.
Kenny is the most paid man of the year nominee for this team. What has he meant to you as a teammate and as a man?
Great leader. You know, I appreciate K-Mo a lot. When I first got here, you know, he was one of the guys that hit me up instantly. You know, congratulating me on getting drafted and just being a leader. And you know, as a leader myself, you know, I look up to him and Zaire Franklin a lot. You know, just to get some insight on them because they've been through the gauntlet throughout their years and their careers in the NFL. So I definitely appreciate him, and I'm glad he's got nominated for that.